Over September 12, Russian military shelled settlements in Donetsk region 21 times. The injured include 2 children, the press service of Donetsk Regional Police reported. The Russians fired from artillery, S-300 missile systems and Grad rocket launchers. In Konstantinivka, one of the 3 missiles launched by the invaders hit a park territory, injuring 2 children, the police said. The bombardments also destroyed and damaged 25 civil infrastructure facilities, including 13 residential buildings, a cooking plant, college, market and garages. Over September 12, 5 Donetsk region citizens were killed by Russian shellings. 10 other people were wounded, said Pavlo Kyrylenko, the head of the Donetsk Regional Military Administration. 3 people were killed in Vuhledar, 1 in Georgievka and 1 in Slovyansk. From the start of the full-scale Russian invasion, 839 people have been killed and 2,089 wounded in Donetsk region. Late on September 12, Russian forces shelled residential districts in Slovyansk. 1 person was killed and 1 injured, said Vadim Lyakh, the head of the Slovyansk City Military Administration. Direct hit in a 5-story building at 12 Poshtova Street. Nearby houses on Svoboda Street were also damaged. Another shell hit next to a high-rise at 3 Svetlodarska Street. The neighboring houses were also damaged. The shelling wounded a woman and killed a man aged 86, Mr. Lyakh said. Emergency crews are working to restore the electricity supply. According to the press service of the Donetsk Regional Emergency Service, a stairwell was partially destroyed in a 5-story apartment building. In the course of the search and rescue work, a man and a woman from the 2nd and 4th floor were rescued, they reported. At present, the rescue work is finished. In the afternoon on September 12, the Russian army pummeled Kharkiv. The number of injured reached 4. The first blast thundered before the air raid alert was announced. Allegedly, 1 person was killed, reported Oleg Sinehubov, the head of the Kharkiv Regional Military Administration. A road in Kharkiv's Kievsky district was hit, Mr. Sinehubov wrote. Blasts in the city were heard at 13:10, as Kharkiv mayor Igor Terehov reported that city center, Kievsky and Osnovyansky districts came under fire. City residents report electricity problems in various parts of Kharkiv. Volodymyr Tymoshko, chief of the Kharkiv Regional Police, a utility service worker, was killed by the pummel. He was 37 years old, added Oleg Sinehubov, the head of the Kharkiv Regional Military Administration. In total, 6 people suffered injuries as a result of the shelling, including a girl aged 18. She and a woman, 33, had light injuries and didn't require hospitalization. Another 4 people's injuries are estimated by doctors as moderate. They have been provided with assistance in medical facilities, Mr. Sinehubov wrote. According to the region's emergency service, 5 fires broke out after the shellings. The biggest fire occurred in a 5-story building in Kharkiv's Kievsky district. The roof structure and slabs on the 5th floor were on fire. The fire area was close to 1,000 square meters, the emergency service reported. At around 3 a.m. on September 13, Russia carried out a strike on Lozova, Kharkiv region, which ruined a school. It's the oldest school in Lozova and the only one in the Avylivka site. In addition to the school, some social and medical facilities were damaged, and a few dozens of residential houses, said Lozova Mayor Serhiy Zelensky. As far as he knows, no one was injured. The Kharkiv Regional Prosecutor's Office said that the school building was totally destroyed. The investigation is launched. The missile strike has left our children without a school. It had over 500 students. We've also lost a kindergarten for 80 children. The bodies of 4 civilians were dug up in the village of Zaliznichny, Chuhuivsky district, Kharkiv region, after the deoccupation of the settlement. Local residents said that people were killed by the Russian occupiers. On February 27, 2 civilians were in the house and were shot in the head. Removed caissons and bullets with which the persons were killed were recovered. Another burial of the murdered person and the body of a man were also discovered on the territory of the enterprise. During the examination of the deceased, traces of gunshot wounds were found, the police reported. Photos from the scene of the murders are published by the prosecutor's office. According to the testimony of local residents, all of them were shot by the occupiers, the investigators found out. Serhiy Bolvinov, the head of Kharkiv Region National Police Investigation Department, said that after the liberation of villages and towns from Russian troops, the police received more and more reports about the crimes of the occupiers. The identities of 3 victims in the village have been established. They are men aged 47-61. Serhiy, 61 years old, shot in the back in his house. The body was buried by neighbors in the garden. Ilham, 58 years old, and Konstantin, buried in Ilham's yard. Bullet wounds in the head were found during the examination. Volodymyr, 47 years old. The body had been lying on the factory tower opposite the station since February 26. According to locals, he was shot with a machine gun, Bolvinov said. Murders of civilians are investigated under Part 2 of Art 438 of the Criminal Code, violation of the laws and customs of war. Valentin Reznichenko, the head of the regional military administration, announced that on the night of September 13, Russian troops shelled Dnipropetrovsk district of Dnipropetrovsk region 6 times. According to him, the Russian troops directed BM-27, BM-21 and heavy artillery to Nikopol, Chervonogorivka and Marhanets Hromadas. People are unharmed. 16 high-rise and private buildings, a stadium, farm buildings and gas pipe were mutilated. The extent of the damage is being clarified. According to Yevhen Yevtushenko, the head of Nikopolsk district military administration, the district center was shot with cluster munitions. In Mykolaiv region, during the day of September 12, pyrotechnicians of the State Emergency Service removed and neutralized 45 munitions. This was reported in the main department of the State Emergency Service in Mykolaiv region. According to emergency workers, the ammunition is destroyed in a specially designated place by controlled detonation. In total, since the beginning of the full-scale war, since February 24, pyrotechnicians of the State Emergency Service have removed and neutralized 3,495 explosive objects. All these munitions remained after shelling by Russian troops. Schoolgirl Polina is the author of a video about Knowledge Day, which gained popularity in social networks. The girl says that she did not think about such success. She shot the video to show the realities in which the children of Mykolaiv region live. In general, I did not plan to shoot a video. I came to the school on August 31 to congratulate the teachers on the 1st of September, saw the ruins of my school again and simply could not ignore them. I decided to film it. For Mykolaiv, this is everyday life, a life that is very sad and painful, but for others it is shocking news that children do not go to school, but stay at home because there is simply no school. Lyceum number 60, where Polina studies, was hit by a Russian rocket on July 12. The building of the institution suffered significant destruction. The girl learned the news about the shelling of the school from her parents. I was scared. It hurts because my whole life, my childhood is connected with this school. I studied here for many years and it is all like family to me. Most of the people cried because everyone was sad, because they felt sorry for our school. Polina's mother says that more than one generation of their family studied in this school, so they are still painfully experiencing the destruction of the educational institution. Emotions are painful, only painful, because in order to understand, you need to study in this school. This school is like a family, everyone knows each other here, because Varvarivka is a large micro-district, but everyone is friendly and has been studying here for generations. Her father studied, her mother and her mother's father studied here. It is so native, our own and like home. Tears, some rejection at first. So what? These are our realities now. It is painful, but we still know that victory is ours and we believe in the best future. Polina entered the 8th grade, now she is studying remotely.